Hi, I'm Jessie Abbott, host of Valley News Now, and I'm here today with two amazing guests. One of my very good friends, Rachel Stone, and Samee Battle. Am I saying the last name correctly?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, good deal. I just put myself in there. We have a fantastic event. You have a fantastic event coming up, the Role Modeling Show, 7th annual. So there's a ton of things I want to ask you about, but let's dive into maybe just a quick, what is P's and Q's etiquette all about?
P's and Q's is really just all about empowering our youth. You know, working in both the Fargo and Moorhead Public Schools, we saw a lot of those identified those needs.
Yeah.
You know, were those areas where students needed support. So I decided I wanted to be part of the solution, and I created an empowerment and leadership program to do just that, Jessie. And we've been going ever since.
It's incredible, and we could talk for a long time.
Yeah.
You've had setbacks and challenges, and like a lot of nonprofits during COVID, but even a few extra ones in there, and like the title is, Still I Rise.
Still I rise, right?
Yeah.
We like you said, COVID happened. All of us had that uncertainty. We
Yes.
didn't know what we were going to do, what was going to happen. It was uncomfortable. We had these challenges, these obstacles, and along with the COVID P's and Q's, we had an incident that happened
Yes.
where our space was vandalized and ransacked. We had been meeting with students there in that office building, and all of a sudden that was taken away.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what we were going to do, you
No.
know. But I think it was a time to really see how strong we were.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I saw it as an opportunity, what they say, make lemonade out of lemons,
Lemons,
right?
yeah.
An opportunity to start over, start again, a new
Yeah.
beginning for P's and Q's, and that's where the space we've been in for the last 2-3 years.
Which
yeah.
is great. And I've seen you on and off throughout that time, and it was like, I remember when we talked after this incident happened, and I thought, oh, it's just so overwhelming. Like you said, we were so overwhelmed during COVID
Right.
anyway. It felt like, how can this move forward? But when it's supposed to be, and it's that time for it to do it, and this program that you have,
Oh,
you can't
yes.
stop it.
Exactly. I said,
cannot
well,
stop
you know
it.
what? We don't need a space.
Right.
We'll go where the kids are. You know,
Yeah.
what we've always been doing. You know, what was our purpose? Why did we even start this program? You know, we had to go back to the reason why.
Yes.
And our littles, they need us. You know,
Yeah.
they needed that extra support. So we just continue to take the program to the schools.
And here we are.
That's where we are.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's what you're doing now. Oh, so this role modeling show is incredible. I think the first one I was at was maybe the second or third one, and I'm going to let you explain. I'm kind of like, wow, I'm overwhelmed with all the things. But to see, I think any of us love to see anyone overcoming, but there's something about youth overcoming at those young ages that you just go, you're set up to know in your life that you can overcome those challenges that come your way. So yeah, talk about the role
Absolutely.
modeling show.
We're looking at an example right here. Simi has been, I think, in like every one of our shows, right? I remember
Yep.
her being in a show where she actually like designed her own dress. She made her own dress.
Yes.
She paints, you know, she's an artist. I mean, but she was a little young girl when I first started in the basement of our church. And now
Really?
she's,
Yeah.
well, tell us a little bit about
tell us.
your girl, your show.
This is what I've been excited. I'm like, I can't wait to hear more about your story.
Yeah, I've been with P's and Q's basically since the beginning, and then I have made 2 dresses. I think one was when I was like 10 or 11.
Oh my
but
gosh,
Yeah,
wow.
and then the other one was when I was like 12 or 13. It was
Oh my
it was really
goodness.
cool. I still have them to this day, and then I did a couple paintings. I think a couple years back, and it's been really
Wonderful.
fun.
So it's all about painting that, having them, our littles, visualize what they want to become. So it's kind of like when you plant the seed in the ground, right? And you water it and you have the sunlight, right? That's what P's and Q's is doing. It's planting those seeds in an early age so that they can visualize and see themselves successful.
Yes.
And lots of them, they don't know their own potential.
No,
They
no.
don't know what they are capable of.
No,
But at
no.
P's and Q's, we want them to see it,
Yes.
visualize it, become it, and then create that space for them to shine and do it. Yeah.
So great. And you also feature adults as well that have overcome things.
Oh my goodness, I think that's so important.
It
We
is.
love to really give our littles, our youth, a real life picture of what success is, because most times it doesn't happen like that.
No,
Snap of
and
a finger.
sometimes, depending where you are in life, you may not be seeing those examples.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so, if someone's never seen the sunshine, they don't know what it's like.
Right.
You know? So
They-
let's show them, and that's what you do.
That's what we're doing. We like to ask those role models, our local role models. You know, it may not. We can't reach the celebrity.
Right.
You know, we all have like, oh my gosh, I want to be like,
Right.
you know,
But you know
Michelle
what?
Obama or
We know those
Rihanna or
stories
Beyonce
also.
or Taylor Swift. You know, whoever it
right.
is, we can't reach them. But there are people right here in our community who are setting a great example. They're getting up everything. They're doing the work. They're bringing their best selves, and that's what Leaderlicious is about. You know,
Yes.
we created our
Show your
workbook.
program.
We created over the last during my time in Fargo and Moorhead Public Schools in student support services, I was able to build those relationships, that engagement with the students and the staff. So it was kind of like my pilot time where I was
Yep.
pilot program where I was doing research and I was testing things out, and so this is the finished product,
That is so
Leaderlicious,
great.
and it's not about always having a title or doing anything grandiose, Jesse. It's all about just bringing your best self.
Yeah.
Just bringing your best self, because anybody, I think all of us are leaders,
It's
but
true.
anybody and everybody can be leaderlicious. And that's all about your actions, thinking of others, your kindness, and setting that example, and rising above a lot of that negativity.
Yeah, just getting rid of that negativity. Show them the sunshine. I
Right.
love
Absolutely.
that example of
We
planting
want
the
them-
seed.
We want them to dream big.
Yeah.
We want them to think about the decisions that they're making right now, because they have power right now. A lot of them don't even know that. You got parents telling you what to do. You
Right.
got teachers telling them what to do, and
It's
it's,
hard
like
being a kid.
Right, you gotta go to school.
I gotta go to school. I can't do
right.
what I want. But I tell them, honey, you got power. You don't even know, because when you bring home those good grades, what happens?
You get
Right.
celebrated.
Exactly. So you're controlling it
Absolutely.
right there.
Exactly.
You're getting
Yes.
celebrated. You're getting prizes and treats right for your behavior.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, if something goes wrong and you make the wrong choice, what happens? So that means that you have power.
Yes.
You have control,
That's
and
right.
and that's what I want to encourage or just instill in our young people, that baby, you got power right now.
I love it.
What do you want to do with that power?
Right.
What do you want to do about that power? And you can set yourself up for success. It's all about the dream. I have the acronym, the dream.
Yeah.
It's about your decisions, which is the D.
Yeah.
The R stands for realizing and recognizing, your strengths and weaknesses,
Yes.
but also what are your talents?
Yes.
What are your gifts? And in those
Yes.
middle school ages, they're just learning, right?
Right.
They have all this peer pressure. They don't really know which way to go.
No.
So P's and Q's is helping them to navigate through those obstacles. And then the E is all about equipping them.
Okay.
We want to get them ready, give them the armor that they need, that they're
Yes.
ready to fight,
Yes.
because they
It
do have to
is.
fight to be courageous and bold,
And
in
that's
your
such a
values
key
and morals.
to know it, to want to do it, but to be equipped to do it. And that's what you
Exactly.
come alongside to do. We
Right.
got 2 more letters left.
Right. So the aim is all about the direction, positioning yourself for greatness. So aiming big.
Yeah.
You can dream big, but aim in whatever you want to do. We just want them to be successful. So
Yes.
whatever
Right.
path they choose, it's up to them. But baby, choose a path.
Yeah.
Choose a
Right.
path and go
Right.
for it. So
And go
but
for
aim
it.
big. You
Aim
can
big. Right.
accomplish anything that you
Yep.
set your heart and mind to do.
It's so true.
It may take hard work. It may take some time. It won't happen overnight. But if you with determination and you keep persevering, you will get there.
You will. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And then the M is all about creating them, giving them that platform to shine. So that stands for move and make it happen. And that's what this role modeling show is about. We give them a platform to celebrate their true selves, who they are,
Yeah.
their identity, their goals. It's not always about the beauty on the outside.
Right. Right.
But you got
We enjoy
big-
a little
we-
sparkle.
we like-
Right.
Right.
We like a little
The
of that too.
sparkles is
Who doesn't?
nice.
Yes.
We all want to be beautiful.
But it's
and
about
but the beauty on the inside
yeah.
is what will last. That's what you will be remembered for, and that's what's
Absolutely.
important. And so we want to encourage that with P's and Q's. Yeah.
So this role modeling show, one reason, a million reasons why I wanted to have you on and talk, but one of the reasons is everybody needs to come to this role modeling show, and it is open to be able to go to. So, I mean, you can see some of what the change is being made right here in our community with P's and Q's etiquette. at the role modeling show. So I'm going to show the flyer, and if you want to talk a little bit about the role modeling show. So May 20th at 3 p.m.
Yes.
and it's at Horizon Middle School.
Yes.
Family event, prizes, food, more.
All of that,
all
all
the
of that. It's a family, fun family event, and so bring your littles, bring
Yeah.
grandma, bring your whole family to be inspired. Jesse,
it is so inspiring.
It is. I remember in Chicago, we used to have a 5th grade graduation, and we used to have 8th grade graduation.
Okay.
But here, we don't have that.
No.
And so a lot of our middle school students who are part of our program are graduating, and we want to celebrate their
It's a
success.
big
They're going to
accomplishment.
high
Right.
school.
Seriously.
It really
And you
is.
made it through middle school, because we all know, boy, middle school's rough, man. Middle school
It's-
is
right.
like a
It's
war
tough.
zone.
It is. It's tough, but they made it. They've made it, and we want to celebrate them. So we kind of do like a little ceremony where we give them a certificate, and we just celebrate them,
Yeah.
this accomplishment in their lives as they move forward and they're transitioning to that bigger stage.
To that bigger stage. And then,
Right.
like we've said, every time you get to a goal, you know that you can do it. And so then
Absolutely.
that
You have
next goal-
achieved something.
Right.
You know?
You're like, well, I did that, so I can
Right.
do this next thing. And we've talked a lot over the years about different, jobs and different challenges, and it's like, okay, I can do this. I'm smart, I'm confident, I can do this. And you just attack it, and you're gonna make mistakes and slide backwards at times, but it's that forward momentum, the dream.
It's that, and still I rise.
And
I get
still
knocked down,
I
but I don't
rise.
stay there.
No.
I get back up and keep fighting and keep moving forward. And so our littles, again, planting those seeds, they dress up and visualizing what they want to become. So they'll have their little outfits, whatever
It's
career
great,
they
little
want to go
veterinarian,
in.
whatever
Right.
it is. I remember
Exactly.
I think it was last year, and I wish I could remember her name, but she was like, she wants to be like a musician, an artist, and and I thought, I think you're already there, huh? Like, she was incredible.
Yes, and it's so great to see, them come alive.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this is what I want to become. But that's the first step, is actually seeing
It
yourself.
is. It is.
Visualizing that I
Yeah.
can be this,
I
and
could
giving yourself a
do
chance.
that. Yeah.
Right, I
Exactly.
have the
I can do
potential
that.
to be there.
Right.
You know.
Yep. I can be an
Exactly.
artist. I can be
Right.
whatever those things are. So, do you want to bring us through the website a little bit, Sami?
Sure.
We volunteered. Rachel and I volunteered you since we thought you were the techiest one of
Wow.
us.
I see how it is.
So it's psnqs.org. You want to head out, and you can. There's a donating. You can donate too. I think we really. I want to push that a lot because it is such an amazing organization, and people love to give in this community. They really do, and they want to know where though. Where
Right.
where is the good being done, and where can I sow into? And so this is a great place. But I'll let you take it from here. I'll be quiet. I promise.
No, so this is just our program, and this is some pictures we took with some of the main girls in the program a little bit ago.
There's our Rachel doing her thing. Yeah.
Teaching. These are some of some of our past role modeling
Yes.
shows and some pictures we've had.
That was the first one I was ever to, and I was like, what is happening? This
Yeah.
is incredible.
Yeah,
To see those kids, up there
Right.
doing their thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
making a
If you see
change.
yourself-
That's me.
There she
Yeah.
is. There
That's
she
the dress
is.
I
That's the
made.
dress she
Oh
made
my
and everything.
gosh,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Rachel, of course, in the 35 under
Uh,
35.
And a lot of our students are past participants of P's and Q's.
Yeah.
It's
Is
great.
there. And so, if you scroll up, and then we have just where you can sign your student up. So maybe you want
Wow.
your daughter to be part of this program.
Yes.
All the information is up there where
Yeah, feel free
parents
to go
can
to it.
sign their students up. You just go right to sign up and get going there.
So I'm going to ask a dumb question. Is there a cost involved?
You know what?
Well, there should be. It's a valuable program. Yes.
We like to work with our parents.
Okay.
Depending on the situation,
situation.
we're very open with working with
That's
that. Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
So don't let that hinder.
Be a hindrance
Don't
or a
let that be a
roadblock.
hindrance.
Yeah, we don't want that to be a roadblock
No,
for our
not at
parents.
all. Which is just another good reason why, if you do have the funds to donate, maybe you sign up your daughter and pay for two, if that's something
Right.
that is, within your budget, and allow that for other kids to have that experience as well. Is there anything else you want to show on the website? So that's where you go to sign up.
I think we have our events over here, but mostly about Leaderlicious and like our
And I love, yeah, go ahead. Maybe we
This is
can.
more about, like, this is just our bios. So
Oh, I love it. But you can read all about, you know, the real difference that Rachel is making here with her organization, and yeah, it's incredible. I was just so overwhelmed and happy when I learned about this. Let's look at your workbook maybe one more time, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
If I
Go
show
right
to the
ahead.
camera. So again, kind of how we were talking, everything is little steps, and so
Everything is
you were
steps.
in the schools working towards this, and I'm sure the thought of holding this and having it published was like way far away.
Oh my goodness! It was just a thought.
Just the thought.
You know, it was just a thought,
Yeah.
and I had this idea, and throughout the years, I must say 10, 15 years since I've been here, because I've been I've been around. I've been around for a while, but just trying, you know, different activities.
Yeah.
Just trying to identify where is best that I can support our students.
Yeah.
You know, where best do what they need. You know, what's missing.
What's missing?
What's missing,
Yep.
and then asking our staff, you know, what would you like to see? You know, what are some of those areas where we can support you,
Yeah.
you know, as well as the students. And so with that, I came up with the workbook, and this is our curriculum that we use as we're serving our students and helping them to navigate through those challenges. That Leaderlicious, like I said, I always love to tell the story, Jesse, of how I started.
Oh yes,
Because
tell.
because a lot of times people look at where you at right now.
Yeah,
But I think
right.
everybody has a story.
Yes.
And you never know where people come from.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, at that time I had been crowned Mrs. North Dakota, and a lot of
Yes.
people had seen me with the crown on. But while I was in school, I was just Rachel.
Yeah.
And I wasn't wearing a crown and a sash
Right.
and a sparkly dress. I was wearing a hair bonnet with student support services, food services T-shirt, and a pair of brown slacks
That's
at the time.
That's a far cry from that sash and
It
crown
was.
and the sparkly dress.
It
yeah.
was, and I was cooking nuggets and tater tots. You know? And while I was doing that, I was loving on those kids. You know, I was
Yeah.
speaking just an encouraging word to them.
Yes.
You know, I would give out hugs. I'm a hugger. You know, and so I would give out those hugs. I would just smile at them. You know, just try to support them. My boys were superheroes. My girls were princesses. You know, and so it shocked me. You know, that's why I said anybody can make an impact.
Yes. Yeah,
I like
it's true.
wearing a hair bonnet. I was not Mrs. North Dakota at the time, but the kids went to the principal and they said, "We love Miss Rachel. We want you to hire her as a teacher." I never had I experienced that, and when I got called into the principal's office, he had never experienced anything like that in
Wow.
all of his
Wow.
time.
But the connection,
But
they
the
felt
connection
it.
and
Right.
the impact.
And the
It doesn't
impact.
matter. I wasn't wearing, like I said, I wasn't a teacher. It's anyone
Yeah.
can make an impact and is a role model and a leader. And that's why I said Leaderlicious is not about how much money you have. It's not
No.
about your title, you know, or anything big. It's just about bringing your best self.
Yes.
You know, it's about how can I help better someone or help to support, you know, even if it's a kind word, maybe it's a smile, you know, it all impacts,
It does.
you know,
Yeah,
their
as
world.
we
So
know, yeah.
that's what
Right.
Leaderlicious is about. Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to go on for hours because I know more of your story too. Maybe
Jesse.
can we just touch on a little bit more of that? The knowing the kids and having that impact on the kids. Then eventually, there's other steps in there, but eventually led to a school board position.
A school board, yes. I think, and I never saw myself running for school board. I really didn't. Like I said, I started off as the lunch lady.
Right.
I just cared about those kids.
kids.
That's all
Yeah.
I cared about. And then I wanted to do more.
Yeah.
How can I bring those voices to the table that are not being heard?
Yes.
How can I even impact our community even more? And so when I resigned from Moorhead Public Schools, I decided to run a campaign. Never done it. That was a whole new world for me, Jesse.
Oh gosh.
Me running a campaign, and I was an
like, what
introvert too.
Am
So
I
this.
doing? Right?
I didn't know. Really,
like, I'm gonna
I
go
went in
knock
blind. I
on
had
doors?
no clue what I was doing.
Yeah.
My only purpose, like I said, was how can I help?
Yep.
How can I support? How can I bring change or make a difference? You know, and that opportunity
And bring
came
those
to
voices
that.
to the table that aren't
Exactly.
being heard and represented
Exactly.
as much. And so,
Exactly.
yeah.
And
So
I-
you were
and I-
willing to step out and
I was
do
willing
that.
to knock over
Right.
5,000 doors by myself. Yes, I was willing to get out and speak to them, meet new community members, and speak to the community about what those important issues and hear what their voices are. What do
Yes.
you think? What do we need to do? How can we better serve our students? You know, and our
And
community.
that's so key. And that's
And
why
that's what it's
I believe
about.
you've been so successful in that and made such a difference because number one, the caring for the kids. And then number two, just asking, what do you
Right.
need?
Yep.
What teachers, what do you need?
What
How
do you
can we
need?
better serve these kids rather than I think sometimes we think we know what they need and we go in with this is our program and this is what we think and it might not be really what they need. And that's
They
why-
have the answers.
They do.
I mean, that's
They
what I
know.
found out. Like, right, we think we know, but the answers are right there,
Yeah.
right in front of us if we would just listen. If we would just listen.
And it was those kids again with that connection that you had with them to sway their parents.
Right.
Because I was still new to Moorhead. Right? I had lived
yeah.
in Fargo the majority of my life, right? Crossing over the bridge, a lot of the parents didn't know me
Yeah.
yet. But the 3 years that I spent in the school system, the students knew me because I wore many hats in the school system.
Yep.
And one was security, and so I would walk those halls and I would high five and making sure everybody's in the school
God.
classroom and socializing and just I was that Mama Rachel in the school system. And so while knocking on the doors and at the parades, you know, they were like, "That's Miss Rachel," and the parents were
Everyone's
looking
like,
at
"Who's
them
Miss
like,
Rachel?"
"No,
Right.
honey, you don't." And they said, "Yes, we do. She works in our school. That's Miss Rachel." She said, and it was those kids who said, "Well, if I could vote, I would vote for Miss Rachel. Mom, you gotta vote for Miss Rachel." And they were influencing and impacting their parents, saying, "You know, you should vote for her. She's
so
a good,
cool.
she's a good lady."
Yep.
And I credit my students and the work that I've done, the impact that I've made, winning and becoming a member of the school board.
Yes.
I credit that to those littles, and that
Well,
that
and
was
back to
my
your connection and
main
your
mission
kids.
and reason
Yes.
why I did everything is for those kids.
Oh, it's so
I wanted to
good.
be that big sister. I wanted to help them to navigate those challenges and support them. So, yep.
Well, thank you. That's all I can say is thank you. And I mean, we know we have heroes like this in our community,
Right.
but this one's my
Oh my gosh, my Jessie. Jessie, and here's
Playing
the finished
favorites. I know.
here's the
Okay.
finished product right here.
Right?
This is
What more could you
investing
ask for?
and I'm watching her as a college student. She's in a nursing program.
Oh my
I mean,
goodness.
she's you know
You're
just
holding
doing
back
her
on me
thing.
here. There's
Right.
more story.
Absolutely. She's overcome some challenges, but she's doing her thing. And this is what I do it for.
Yes.
This is why I can't
Yep.
stop. This is what I
Yes.
live for,
And
Jessie.
so that's why we need you to come to the role modeling
Yes.
show just to
Yes, please
see it, to
come.
celebrate it with us. So May 20th at 3 p.m. It's at Horizon Middle School.
Yep.
I'll put the information up as well, but you can also go to P's and Q's, and so PSNQS, psandqs.org to find out that information. Or if you want to donate, I mean, you're looking, I know there are businesses that are looking for where can we donate? We've got, a budget for that. This is where you want to donate and invest in our youth right here in our community that need it most. So thank you so much,
thank you for
Rachel. Thank
having
you
us.
so
It's
much,
an honor.
Simeon. I want to have you on again, and we need to talk about nursing and all of that. all of
right.
that
Yes.
stuff. Thank you so much,
you.
and you can keep us. You can keep updated with us at valleynewslive.com and our website. Also, we have so many things. YouTube, you can check us out on YouTube. You can check us out on Facebook Live, and then of course our app too, VNL News.